Welcome. Check It Out with Jessica Lee. I'm here with Sangeeta Walsh, who is the Director of Platform and Analytics Product Marketing at RingCentral. Sangeeta, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I am so happy you're here because you're one of the few women doing technology partnership, right?
Yes.
And very technical, like API stuff. So I'm excited to have you on the show.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. I'm excited to talk about our open platform, and obviously I'm a big promoter of women in tech.
Yes, and all the innovation that are taking place in the UCaaS space.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with, first of all, define what is your role at RingCentral?
So at RingCentral, what I focus on is extending communications to our existing customers. A lot of the things that I try to enhance is the experience of our end users.
Okay.
So RingCentral has call, message, meet, and digital and customer engagement, which is our contact center products. But what we want to do is we want to bring all of that with our open platform, have APIs for people to customize workflows, build unique, different types of communication solutions for their business. And so what I try to do is I try to work with a variety of technology companies like Google or Salesforce to enhance that we're building into their platform to help our mutual customers. I also try to work with companies that use the RingCentral API and promote them to get visibility via our app gallery so others can be aware of what workflows they've built. They could be from a dental CRM company to a technology communications alert company. It's really unique business cases. So between developer marketing and a somewhat partner marketing role, that's what I'm overseeing.
Okay. So in the experience of dealing with developers, what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the engineering developing the communication tools for?
So a lot of things that are going on is the developer community. Having a strong developer community is key. Having a presence on GitHub, having access to talk to your developers, giving them the right SDKs and tutorials is huge. So some of the trends that I'm seeing are this better documentation, awareness, whether you're using a third-party program to drive or having a hackathon or having, I want to say, some sort of an event where developers can nurture and talk to each other about what they've built.
Okay.
A lot of things with developer marketing is very different than traditional marketing. And I've learned a lot from my team just from how they go to market and even the way they speak. You know, they're talking about different APIs that get down to, is it better to build in Java? Is it better to build with an SDK? So really trying to understand what's the quickest route to market and what's the best use case you can build for. So we've tried to tailor our portfolio to have APIs, SDKs, widgets, tutorials to really, get a wider breadth of who we want to talk to.
Okay. Now I know you, this is a technical role, so you actually study computer
science? I studied undergraduate in Ohio at Ohio University, and I studied communication systems management, which is essentially MIS. And then I have an MBA from Wisconsin in international business. So I learned a lot on the job, and then, there's some things I brought with me, but obviously...
Well, you worked at Motorola.
I worked at Motorola.
So you've been in this whole technology communications field for a while.
Yeah, for quite a while. Yeah. I started my career at Motorola. I've gone from Motorola to Nokia. Motorola was acquired by Google. I went to Cyanogen, which was a startup as well. And then I came into RingCentral, and it's really been a great opportunity.
Right. It's been 3 years.
With growth. It's been 3 years.
3 years.
The company has really skyrocketed between being a leader with the Gartner Magic Quadrant in UCaaS, and then also focusing on the developer awards that we've won since I've joined the team.
Second time in a row.
Second time we've won an API award. We've won API World Best Communications API. Thank you. And then we also won Nordic API in 2018, Best Public API. Okay. So I've been really proud of what our team has done, what our engineering team has done, our product team. We all are a very cohesive unit, and we know that we need each other to get these APIs into awareness, into usage, and to really make sure that RingCentral is known as having a robust developer community.
Okay. I would like to hear about some of the challenges that maybe you face, and how did you overcome? How did you solve them?
It's a great question. There's a lot of different challenges. I think some of the challenges we have is, when to focus and where to focus. So as we have grown our portfolio and as we've built APIs, how do we want our customers to be aware of what products we have that are relevant for them. So we try to get the best use cases that we have. We have a customer advocacy team that just works tirelessly to get us customer testimonials and make sure that we're pulling out the right line items on how to bring that message to everyday terms. Making sure our messaging is robust enough. We have our SVP who's leading the cause to make sure we truly are the message house. So working very closely with the product team, making sure that the products they're building, the APIs, the widgets, are essentially easy for somebody to start using. And that has been a challenge because it is very technical.
Yes.
And traditionally, since our company has evolved, we started with a smaller developer community. Now we have over 20,000 developers. A lot of people don't really understand, what does it mean for a customer to have access to these APIs? So again, having those testimonials, having the right documentation, highlighting the awards, highlighting new products like the widget, embeddable, RingCentral embeddable, which brings communications quickly into a web browser. All of that is very challenging. That's probably been the most challenging piece of my role, to get everyone to understand what we're doing and how we're essentially giving our customers a way to extend and customize their communications.
And how have you been trying to solve that, actually doing the work to get it done?
Yeah, so I like to think of myself as leading the team, but I'm not necessarily one who just sits back and is like, oh, everyone do it. So I try to get involved in every day. I like to participate in any sort of advisory bureaus that we have with our customers. What we're trying to do is listen to our developer community. What are they saying is working and not working? However, they're going into our sandbox environment. What's some feedback of when you start creating a developer account to when you graduate and publish an app? Where can we improve? Other things that I'm doing is meeting with our different sales team, making sure they're enabled, making sure they understand. That's huge for us, as we want our community internally as well, and our sales team and marketing, to really be able to approach us, to watch a tutorial, to have an internal webinar, to feel that they can access us with questions.
Yes, having the content, being able to then feed that content in a digestible way, right?
Yeah, it's difficult. In fact, for me, I've even had a hard time trying to just understand what some of the technology folks on my team are doing. Right. They'll explain it to me a couple times. I get it, but I'm not a developer by nature. So really trying to understand the nuances of why I'm going to go use an SDK versus a traditional API versus a widget. What is that use case? What's the problem we're trying to solve for somebody? Right. It can be difficult.
Yeah, and I'm noticing the trend that now content is provided in small bite size, so that can be consumed at a self-learned pace.
Right.
And all of that content has analytics, so that it's tracking everything to give you feedback as far as the impact you're making.
Yeah, that's true. I also lead our analytics product marketing team. So at RingCentral, analytics is something that covers all our products, call, message, meet per se. We have dashboards with our RingCentral analytics product that gives you the ability to have a single pane of glass to understand what's going on with how you're using your communications, whether you're using your meetings product enough, whether you're making enough phone calls, whether you have a organization that is actually not necessarily understanding where there might be an outage. You can pinpoint a lot of different problem areas or success areas with RingCentral Analytics. All that data that we have is powerful. We mine so much data, and our out-of-the-box analytics product really gives a great dashboard. And that's something that kind of goes in conjunction with the open platform because it's across all products.
Last question.
Yeah.
Where are some of the exciting developments on the roadmap for you?
So I want to say we continue to build out our APIs to support our different products. RingCentral Engage, which was our latest acquisition, and we want to make sure that we have developers who can build for it. We also have RingCentral Embeddable, as I mentioned before, where people can customize and build unique workflows using Embeddable. You can take a few lines of code, copy it into a web browser, and all of a sudden you have a RingCentral soft phone for click to dial or SMS. We're also working with different technology partners. We want to make sure that their unique use cases, whether that, like I mentioned, a dental CRM or a small business, can actually build something customizable. We want to make sure we support AI use cases. All of our data, we really encourage AI companies to take and mine and build a sort of machine learning or a workflow against our data. So we definitely have a lot of interest in working with AI companies who want to build using RingCentral data.
Excellent.
So, yeah.
Very exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on the show and sharing all of this wonderful innovation that's coming out of RingCentral.
Thank you for having me.
There you have it, folks. Take it up with Jessica Lee, Sangeeta Walsh from RingCentral.